Namaste students. Today in this session I am going to deal with the lesson squares and square roots. Yes. So in previous videos you have seen the lesson linear equations in one variable, that is from algebra part. Okay. So the squares and square roots, it is which part of the mathematics? Yes. It is arithmetic. Yes. This squares and square roots, you already know about the squares, right? What are these square roots then? Yes. So everything we are going to learn briefly in this lesson, that is squares and square roots. The name of the lesson is squares and square roots. Yes. We know how to get the square of a number. Yes. And also we are seeing in the mensuration lesson that when we are going to find the area of a square or area of a rectangle, we know we have multiplied the length with the breadth, isn't it? Now let us consider some measurements of side of a square and then let us find its area. Okay. So if I am taking side of a square, that is in centimeter, and its area. Before going through taking some examples, we see that when you are finding the area of a square, yes, if the square I am considering is this, where its measurement is 3 centimeter. Yes, its side measures 3 centimeter. Then what about its area? Yes, we know that area of a square is equals to side into side, or it is side square, right? The side into side or side square. Then what is the area of this square then? It is 3 into 3 is 9 centimeter square. We all learned already. Now the side of a square, I consider it as 1 centimeter. Yes. Then its area will be 1 centimeter square or 1 square centimeter. If it is 2 centimeter, then it is 4 centimeter square. If you are taking it as 5 centimeter, yes, 5 centimeter, then its area will be 5 into 5, because side into side is side square, that is nothing but area of a square. It is 25 centimeter square, isn't it? Now, if you are considering the side of a square as b centimeter or a centimeter, then see, if this side measures b centimeter, then all the sides measure b centimeter only, because all four sides are equal in square. Therefore, this is b centimeter, this is also b centimeter. B into b is b square centimeter square. So it is b square centimeter square or b centimeter whole square. Right? Then this is a square centimeter square. Right? So for a, side of a square you consider it as a, then area will be a square unit square. Whichever unit you consider, so it will be what? It is centimeter square or it is meter square. It will be square units. Right? All these we will learn in mensuration. Okay? Now, in this squares and square root lesson, we are going to learn briefly about how to get the squares and how to find the square root of any given number. Okay. Now, we consider some numbers here. 1, 4, 25, b square, a square are there. What are these numbers called? Yes. What do you call such numbers? Such numbers are called as perfect squares. Yes. See, we are considering 1, 4, 9, 16, 25 and so on. All these are called which type of numbers? These are all these are called as perfect squares. Yes, these are perfect squares. Why these are called as perfect squares? Yes, these are nothing but square numbers. Why these are called as perfect squares? Then what is the square? What is Yes, it is nothing but when we multiply a number with itself, when we multiply a number with itself, the product what you are going to get is the perfect square. Yes, see, 1 into 1 is 1. Yes, 2 into 2 is 4. You are multiplying 2 by itself. Multiplying 2 by itself, you are going to get 4, where 4 is a perfect square. Yes, if you multiply 3 with 3, the product you are going to get is 9, and 5 with 5, it is 25. 9 into 9 is 81. All these numbers 1, 4, 9, 25, 81 and so on are called as what? These are called as the perfect squares. So squares are nothing but the product when we multiply a number with itself. When a number is multiplied by itself, the product we are going to get is called as the perfect square. When a number is multiplied by itself, the product obtained is called as the perfect square. Let me write. When a number is multiplied by itself, then the product we get is a perfect square. Yes, it is called as a perfect square. Yes. Now, if you are taking 24, yes, let me consider 24. Let us see whether this 24 is perfect square or not. Yes, whether this 24 is perfect square or not. If we take, what are the factors of 24? If you are taking 6 into 4, 6 into 4 is 24, or 8 3s are 24. Yes, 12 2s are 24. Yes, all these are. You are going to get the product of these as 24 only. 6 into 4 is 24, 8 3s are 24, 12 2s are 24. Then, do you call this 24 as a perfect square? See, is it a perfect square? It's not. Then why? Why it is not a perfect square? Yes, because the same number is not multiplied by itself. 6 is multiplied by 4, but 6 and 4 are different numbers. Yes, as the definition says, when a number is multiplied by itself, yes, when you multiply x with x, you are going to get x square. Yes, if you multiply y with y, the answer you are going to get is y square. Isn't it? Y is multiplied by itself, x is multiplied by itself, the answer is x square, and 6 is multiplied by 4, but 6 and 4 are not same. Therefore, 24 is not a perfect square. Getting? Yes. Now, let us take the squares of some numbers. Yes, squares of some numbers in set. We consider 1 to 20 squares. Okay, alright. The square numbers from 1 to 20. Number, then it's square. Number, it is 1. 1 square is 1. Then 2, yes, it is 4, 3, 9, 4, 16, 5, 25, 6, 36, 7, 49, 8, 64, 9, 81, 10, 100. Okay, so next, the number and square. Yes, 11, 121, 12, 144, 13, 169, 14. Before I write all these, you should finish all the square numbers. Yes, pause the video here. Finish off all this. 14. Yes, it is 196. Then 15, 225, 16. 19, 361, then 20, its square is of course 400. Yes? So now, the square of number 1 is 1, 2, 4, 3, 9, 4, 16, 5, 25, 6, 36, 7, 49, 8, 64, 9, 81, 10, 100. Then 11, 121, 12, 144, 13, 169, 14, 196, 15, 225, 16, 256, 17, 289, 18, 324, 19, 361, then 20, 400. Isn't it? Now, if you observe all this, here you see that 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 80, 100 and all these square numbers, these are all called as what? All these are called as the perfect squares. Yes? When you multiply 12 by itself, yes, when you multiply 12 by itself, the answer you are going to get is 144, that is called as the perfect square. Yes? If you multiply 60 by itself, you are going to get 256, then it is a perfect square. If you multiply 20 by itself, the answer you are going to get is 400, that is a perfect square. Is getting? Okay? Yes. So now, let us see some properties of these square numbers. Yes? Are there any properties? Are the properties like commutative property, then closure property, associative property we are going to learn here? No. There are some properties by or how to recognize a square of any number. Yes, there are some properties I will teach you. Yes. So now, if you observe the numbers here, this squares and square root lesson is completely depending on this chart. It is completely depending on this chart only. Yes. See now, the square of 1, yes, it is ending with 1. Yes, the square of 1 is 1. And here if you see 11, it is 121. The square of a number which is ending with 1, the square also ends with 1. The square of a number 11 is 121, right? What is the ending digit of the square of 11? Yes, of course it is 121. See, right here, 1 square is 1, 11 square is 11 square, it is 121. Then what about 21 square? 21 square, it is 441. Yes, if you observe, 1 square, it ends with 1, 11 square, it ends with 1, then 21 square, it ends with again 1. So here it is clear that the number which is ending with 1, the number which is ending with 1, its square ends with 1 only. The number which ends with 1, its square also ends with 1 only. Yes? ಯಾವ ನಂಬರ್ ಇಂದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಜಿಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಇರೋದು 1 ಇರ್ತದ, ಅದರ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಂದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಜಿಟ್ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದ 1 ಆಗಿರ್ತದ. Yes? So now here, so that is about the property of the number which is ending with 1. Okay. Now if you observe all these numbers, you find that the squares of all the numbers are ending with 1, 4, 9, 6, 5. See, 1, here 1, 4, 4, 9, 9, 6, 6, 5. Yes? See, 1, 1, 4, 4, 9, 9, 6, 6 and 5. And also zeros. See, the zeros. I'll say you the property about the zeros. Here it is clear that the number which ends with 1, 4, 9, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9 and also we can take it as 0. Yes, because 0 is there. The numbers which ends with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9, they may be They may be perfect squares, but not always. Yes, getting? Now, if you observe, this 2 is not there. Is there any square of a number ending with 2? No, 2 is not there. 3, then 7, then 8. See, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Over. So the numbers which ends with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9, they may be perfect squares. But the number which ends with 2, 3, 7, 8 are not at all perfect squares. Yes. 2, 3, 7, 8 in the end ಆಗುವಂತ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅವು ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಗಿರಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9 ಇಂದ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರುವಂತ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. It is not always true. ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. Yes. For this I will give you an example. Okay. Yes, I want to put this chart now. Yes, and consider some numbers which ends with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9. See, you have taken 100. 100 is a perfect square, right? Yes. And take only 10. Is 10 a perfect square? 10 is not a perfect square. It's not. Then what is there? 11 or 21 will consider. Is 21 a perfect square? No. Then 4 is there and take 24. The number is ending with 4. We are saying that the number which ends with 0, 4, 5, 6, 9, they may be perfect square, but not always, I said, right? So some numbers will be there. Those are ending with all these digits, but they are not perfect squares. Then 5 is there. 5, you can take 35. 35 is not perfect square. Then 6 is there. 66. 66 is not perfect square. The 9 is there. 99. 99 is not a perfect square. Yes? Getting? Okay. If you take 49, is 49 a perfect square? Yes, of course. 49 is a perfect square because it is the square of 7. 7 square is 49. Yes? So, it is not always true that the numbers which ends with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9 are always perfect squares. It is not always true. For some numbers, it is possible. And then 2, 3, 7, 8. The numbers which ends with 2, 3, 7, 8 are not at all perfect squares. Yes? See, if you take 22, it ends with 2. 22 is not a perfect square. Then 3, 33. Yes, 7, 47. Then 8, 98. All these are ending with 2, 3, 7 and 8. Therefore, these are not perfect squares. Yes? Are you getting? Okay. So now, if some questions are given like, yes, I'll wait. By looking at the last digit of a number, say whether the given number is perfect square or not. Yes, if some numbers are given 102, 56, 36, then 49, 83, 256, 441, then 98, 109, 404. Yes. 121. Next, 98, it is not. 109, 109 is there, it is ending with 9. The number which ends with 9, it may be a perfect square, but 109 is there here. 109, that 109, it lies between which two integers? See, 109 is there, so 10 square is 100, then 11 square is 121. This 109 lies between 100 and 121. That is 10 square and 11 square, but there is no natural number between 10 square and 11 square. Therefore, 109 is not a perfect square. Then what about 404? 404 is not a perfect square because 20 square is 400, 21 square is 441. Therefore, 404 is not a perfect square. Is it clear for you? Okay. Now, we are discussing about the properties, right? Yes? Yes. Properties of square numbers. What are the properties of square numbers? We are seeing the digit. If it ends with 1, yes, it is the square of the number which is ending with 1. Okay. So now, if the square, if the ending digit, that is unit place, ending digit is 4. Yes, if the ending digit is 4, yes, let us see. 2 square is 4, right? Then what about 12 square? Yes, 12 square is there. Yes, 12 square is 144. Is there any integer that is ending with 4? Is there any integer that is ending with 4? See, 8 square is there. 8 square is 64. Yes. Then what about 18 square? Yes, 18 square is 324. See, 4, 4, 4, 4. If the ending digit is 4, yes, here it is clear that from that chart, if you observe, the square of the number which ends with the square of the number which ends with 2 and 8, its square is, wait, the number which ends with, I'll take another choice. The numbers which ends with 2 and 4. The numbers which ends with 2 and 8. The numbers which ends with 2 and 8, their squares ends with 4. Yes. The numbers which ends with 2 and 8, their squares ends with 4 only. If you are taking 32 square, its square ends with 4 only. If you are taking 48 square, it ends with 4 only. Check these answers. Yes? If the number is ending with 2 and 8, always its square ends with 4 only. Okay. So now, we take the number 9. Yes. Are you getting? Okay. So now we'll take the numbers which ends with 4. What about? They are square numbers. Yes. If this is 4 square, 4 square is 16. 14 square is, of course, it is 196. Then 6 square. 6 square is 36. Then 16 square, yes, it is 256. If you observe the squares of all these numbers, these are ending with 6, right? So the numbers which ends with 4 and 6, the numbers which ends with 4 and 6, their squares ends with 6. Yes, the numbers which ends with 4 and 6, their squares ends with 6. It's clear? Yes. So 4 square 16, 14 square 196, 6 square 36, 16 square 256. The numbers which ends with 4 and 6, their squares ends with 6. Yes. Now let us take the numbers which ends with 5. Yes. 5 square is 25. Yes. 15 square, it is 225. Then find 25 square, 35 square, 45 square. Yes. 45 square is 2025. What is 2025? There is a trick to find the square of any number which is ending with 5. Yes. It is 1225. It is 625. How is this possible to write the answer? Yes, I will see. The numbers which ends with 5. The numbers which ends with 5, their squares always ends with 5 only. Yes. The numbers which ends with 5, their squares always ends with 5. Is it clear for you? Okay? Yes. If you are taking the numbers which ends with 1 and 9, yes, the numbers which ends with 1 and 9. 1 square, it is 1. 11 square, 121. 9 square, it is 81. Then 19 square, it is 361. See, the square of the numbers which ends with, the numbers which ends with 1 and 9, their square ends with 1 always. Yes? See, the numbers which ends with 1 and 9, their squares ends with always 1 only. Yes? So these are the properties of the square numbers, and some more properties are there related to zeros. Those the properties of square numbers which are related to 0, I'll see you in the next video. So today, just after finishing this video, watching this video, you have to by heart all those square numbers up to 1 to 30. 1 square to 30 square. Are you getting? Only 1 to 20. So in the next class, I am also going to write 21 to 30. So you have to write those in your Facebook and have those. Getting?